Hello and welcome to Vibe Cafe. This is a show where we have interesting conversations, sometimes informative, controversial, and also spontaneous. My name is Larry Nicodemus, and as always, I've got my co-host with me.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm super
looking
excited.
fabulous.
Thank you. And you really look good
Oh,
though.
thank
I
you.
can't wait for the show to, pick up and all of that.
Yeah.
I feel good.
I feel good as well. This is Vibe
True.
Cafe after all, so we have so much planned out for you today. We've got the movie review. We have an amazing guest who's going to be talking about something that we may have all experienced in our various homes when we come back from this break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Vibe Cafe. Today on the show, we're going to be talking about something that we may have all experienced in our various homes, and that is sibling rivalry. Having that conversation with us in the studio today is a professional in this field. Her name is Wemimo Adebiyi. She is a professional cognitive behavioral management coach with over 8 years experience. That we're going to be having this conversation right here, and I'm quite excited about it. First of all, welcome on the show.
Welcome.
Good to be here.
I'm super excited. Are you
Same
ready
here.
for the conversation?
Yes,
Okay.
Gist.
True, yes. So, like I said earlier, as children growing up, if you have brothers, sisters, it's normal to have a little, back and forth disagreements with your siblings. But at what point does it become unhealthy to have rivalry between siblings?
Okay, thank you very much. One thing I would like to start with is siblings rivalry is actually healthy
Okay.
because when you say siblings rivalry, a lot of people try to figure it out from the aspect of the negative angle.
True.
Because if children don't have experienced siblings rivalry, it's not possible for you to know how capable they are enough to handle their social issues. And the first social contact of a child begins from home. So when you as a parent you have one, two, three, four kids, expect some form of rivalry or another. Okay, but when it begins to get to the point of them becoming violent, becoming destructive, then it's now tagged as something unhealthy.
Right.
That's the
Wow.
foundation.
All right. So, what do you think is the cause of unhealthy rivalry between
Wow,
siblings?
there are so many underlining reasons for it. A lot of parents actually are not prepared to handle children.
Okay.
So they themselves, as an adult, have not resolved their issues. So when you have a child around you, you have children, you have become a parent, you need to understand that number one, expect some form of rivalry or another. Then two, you as an adult, how were you coached? How were you raised? Because we're trying to look at causes of this thing we call rivalry. A lot of parents did not outgrow their own sense of rivalry. Okay, so when they started raising children, they also deployed that same negative mentality into parenting style. So I'll say that one of the major causes of rivalries among children today would be from parents themselves. Then I also say the angle of parents showing some form of what word do I use now? You compare children to one another. All right. When you do that, there's every tendency the other one whom you have given the upper hand, okay, would always want to dominate the lower or the younger. All right. And then when we talk about this rivalry, it could come from either the younger to the elder or the older to the younger. But it's usually an issue between two, three, four. Now, another thing I'll say that could be a link to the causes of siblings rivalry also could be the fact that parents who fight in the presence of the children. Now, when you quarrel, you fight. Now, I have dealt with situations where parents themselves are actually competitive between themselves. Okay, the parent wants the attention of the child, or, I mean, one parent wants the attention of one child, the same parent want the attention of the same child. Then at the end of the day, adults, okay, are exhibiting rivalry tendencies among them, between themselves. Children will naturally flow in that direction. All right. And the other aspect could also be the personality of the children you are raising. Parents today, really, not all parents actually have the understanding of the kind of personality of the child they are raising. Now, there are some personalities in children that you can easily dominate. Okay, and there are some that naturally they dominate others. So when you have children with you, regardless of maybe their temperament or whatever, you need to be able to ascertain what kind of personality does she have, what kind of personality does he have, how do I tailor this personality in a way that it would function, for the benefit of the child and everybody, without having to be overprotective, especially for the ones who seem to be a bit weak. Because when you have a child who seems to be a bit weak, it's natural for you as a parent to want to protect. And when you start to protect from home, others feel like you have this preferential treatment. True. You're showing towards the other, blah blah blah, and all of that. So I think lack of understanding, okay, from parents on the kind of personality of the child you're raising could also lead to siblings rivalry. So I also like to add one more thing. Now, special need of a child. I'm not talking about a special need child. Okay, every child within the category of the age bracket has one special need or another. However, we have the common needs for children, which is attention. So, and there are some who demand the attention, and there are some who request, when you don't give it to them, they look for something else to console themselves, and then they pass on the energy into something else. Now, if as a parent you do not understand the peculiarities of the need, I said special need of your child per time, you may stir up rivalry, because you might think maybe because this seems to be a weakling, this doesn't really talk, okay, or this is sick, or maybe this is the last child, or this is the only gender, or this is the first child, or it took me a long time before I had this child. There are so many emotional attachments to the reason parents meet the needs of their children. However, understand their special need. They all have special needs, and that need is attention. So give to each one of them the special attention that you have available at your beck and call as a parent.
Wow, that is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Mama, you talked about safe space for sibling rivalry, and you also talked about how it gets violent, and you said it is at that point that it becomes dangerous.
Yeah.
So now I want to ask, as a parent, how do you decipher when it becomes dangerous? At what point?
Oh, that's a very good question. Now, allow children be children. Because when you don't let them be children, you won't know what they are capable of. You won't know the languages they are picked from the streets, from among their peers. You won't even know what they are exposed to. So don't be quick at salvaging the situation. Allow them argue. All right? Allow them express their dislikes among themselves. Okay? Allow them make their choices in the home. Allow them quarrel over the toys, and then allow them quarrel over who is going to carry daddy or mommy's laptop bag. And then it's easier for you to see what they have to exhibit. But when you're so quick at cutting it short, you are holding you are training the child to hold something back. And one thing about children is children are very expressive. If you do not allow the children to express their displeasure, dislike, and anger, the child is going to channel it into something else. Now, when you allow that, you're going to curb the tendency of becoming destructive, becoming dangerous to the next sibling. But when you do not allow that, they will deploy ways of developing resentment, of developing ways of fighting back, of not sharing space. Now, one thing about children is children are generally territorial. Okay? Their space is their space. Their mommy is their mommy. Their daddy is their daddy. And even in your car, they have their corner. All right? Yeah. Now, when you have a little one and older one, just figure out. The child is going to feel intimidated. Now, when a child begins to feel intimidated, he wants to fight back. So when children begin to fight back using words, name calling. Now, there was a movie I watched of a child who was older than the younger. Okay, the mother took both of them to the mall. On the trolley, there's a space where you put your child and then you roll the child. Yeah. The mother went to the next shelf and asked the older one, please look after your brother. I want to pick something from the other shelf. And the older brother said, yes, this is time. And he rolled the trolley and let it keep going. Till the little boy, started going down and down and down. And at the end of the day, he almost got injured. Now, when someone came to the rescue of the baby, the mother said, why did you do this? He didn't say anything. He was looking so callous. When they got home, the mother asked the question. He said, you preferred him more than me, and I felt this was time for me to show that I could deal with him. So something led to it. It wasn't that particular situation. So what we advocate is, please, don't give them room to get to the point where they lock things up. Let children express themselves. Let them get angry with themselves. Because your home is the first social sphere, their first social contact, where they display, where they show who they like, what they like among themselves. So when it becomes destructive, then the child becomes resentful. When the child begins to call names, name calling of the other sibling, or begins to bully. Now, a lot of parents don't know that bullying is going on among your children or between them. The other one is always running back to you to report. Okay? And you keep saying, sorry, don't mind him. Sorry. No, you're not intervening. You need to know why. Where did you get the name from? Okay? And the moment one of them uses a name on the other, there is going to be an issue. Because the moment there is a name calling, one will react. He would know that, yes, I've got the key. I can deal with him. And the name calling goes on. And the other one also looks for ways to fight back. So when there is emotional detachment, when they can't look after themselves, when you say, keep this snack for your brother, and he says, no, I can't, give it to him yourself, then you know that something is happening. Because you're supposed to mend, bridge the gap, let them come together. Because the issue we're having today with families that are growing up apart, who are supposed to help one another when you grow up, started with siblings rivalry mismanagement. All right? Preferring one to another, protecting one from another, even parent beating one on behalf of another. You don't do that. The other one will definitely feel you don't love me. So those are the little ways you get to curb it when you discover some of these things. Then one of the things I'll say is parents need to be deliberate about their relationship, about bringing their children together. Okay? Don't try to say, go and bring Greg, or bring, you call the younger one's name or the other sibling's name. No, you must be deliberate with the word, bring your brother, bring your sister. You are sending a note to that person that this is your own. Okay, anyone could be Wemimo, anyone could be Greg, anyone could be maybe Simbi or whatever. But once you keep sounding it, get your brother. Look after your brother. Have you helped your brother? So you are sinking it in. I'm supposed to, I'm not supposed to. So those are just a little ways.
Right, amazing. At this point, we're going to check out our fact file, and our fact file says siblings rivalry has been identified to be more common among children who are the same gender and close together in age. Do you agree with that?
Well, I won't totally disagree.
Okay.
Yeah, because for example, I've seen situations where okay, now for example, myself and my younger ones were girls. Okay, and one of the things I discover is when children get to teenage stage, they start to develop their own individuality.
Okay.
Things they used to love to do together, they want to do apart. It's not because they don't love one another. Okay, they are having a sense of identity. They are having a sense of, this is me, this is who I am. I want to have my friend. I want to go out with my own thing. I want to do my thing. I want to maintain my space. They become more secretive. They become more edgy. Okay, they want to have their own friends. They no longer want to bring in the other sibling who is of the same gender, talking about female to female. But as a parent, when you have that knowledge that they get to a certain stage, 13, 14, 15, where they are likely to want to start to stay apart, then you have to start cementing them from their childhood.
And how do you do that?
Be deliberate about it. Bring them together, okay? If possible, enroll them in things together. Let them have common interests, things that would interest them, that would always bring them together. Let them have, we're not saying you should enforce it, but let them help one another deliberately. Let them just be deliberate about bringing them together. Then hold family meeting together. Don't hold a meeting, separate meeting with this, and then you hold with that. That's for the parents who understand the power of holding a meeting with children, really. And then let them know. Then as a parent, share your story with them, okay? Especially if they're of the same gender.
Okay.
Talk about the good things that you experienced with your siblings growing up. It gives them an idea of, oh, if auntie something could, and my mom or my dad could still be this way, then I think I want that. If you have a good story, because we know a lot of people do not really have good stories growing up, okay, then don't ever report one to another.
Okay.
If you're going to reprimand, do it. Okay, don't try to use the other to watch the other's feet, to watch after. You are creating something. Let me say, you are creating a monster for tomorrow. Because you know, one thing about children is you give them 1 inch, they fly higher. So don't even initiate what you don't want for their tomorrow. That's for the same gender. And if you could, maybe while they are growing up, buy them similar things. Take pictures with them to create memories. Because there are times when they are at that stage, something will keep bringing them back. They remember my sister and I, my brother and I, we were, okay? Create memories. Then display their pictures in places where they can readily see it in their room. Okay, not all this, there are stars, there are models and all of that. Let their pictures be in places where they see togetherness, because pictures work so well with children. Pictures, sound and words work so well with them, so once you are able to get all of these things together, then be the parent that you should be. How? Be authentic. Be real. If you didn't have a good relationship with your siblings, don't tell them you have, because they know. Okay? And let them know that I didn't enjoy this, but I want you to enjoy this. Okay? Then try and be sympathetic. I'll explain that, because those are some of the strategies that an African parent, uses on their children. An African parent could break down in tears. All right? It's nothing. They just want to pull you out of that thing and make you come to their side. Don't fake it when you're weak as a parent. It has a way of getting into the empathetic part of your child, because every child carries empathy. It depends on how you bring it out. Okay, so, and then you keep talking to them, initiate the talk, tell them, talk more about love, talk more about affection, talk more, but don't force them to relate. Don't, because opposites will always attract. Same will always want to, but the foundation you've laid will make you do less. When, and then let them handle their issues. When one comes to you and is reporting the other one, don't take sides. Let them handle their issues. Then always use the word, how does that make you feel? One thing we don't recognize around here is that our feelings count, especially when it comes to either same gender. Okay, I'm angry, I'm upset, blah, 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 blah. If you don't tell them, if you don't ask the question, how does this make you feel? They tell you, I hate this person. They will use that strong word. And that is that word that keeps ringing. And in psychology, whatever you say, your emotion will catch up with it. So don't ever let them get to the point where they tell you, I hate my brother. You won't be able to handle it. So let him tell you how he feels. Do you like him? I don't like him. Why don't you like him? This is what he does. And then let them cry when they want to. But make sure you bring them back together at the end of every issue. Make them hug one another. Make them share. But if they say they don't want to share, don't force it. They will share it when you are not there.
All right. Thank you so much for this very, very interesting conversation. I feel like I've learned, some things that I can apply when I eventually get to that bus stop. So yeah, thank you. I'm sure you've also learned a thing or two from this conversation as well. We'll go on a quick break. When we come back, the movie reviews and of course the game. So don't go anywhere. This is Vibe Cafe. Welcome back to Vibe Cafe. This is where we get to check out our movie review, and today we are reviewing a movie called Superstar. This is a Nollywood film that pretty much follows the life of an aspiring actress as she comes to Lagos to try to make it in the movie industry and all the struggles she had to go through till she finally made it, and yeah, so much more. It was a very interesting film. Love the lighting, love the acting, the casting was amazing. I feel like I can't really complain about anything.
Well, I felt like it was too fast. Like they just went from being all needy about being a celebrity. She just wanted to be famous, and before you know it, she just hit fame.
Well, some stories do happen like
Do
that.
you know how long I've been looking for fame? I just felt it was too
and
fast.
there are musicians who dropped like Billie Eilish that dropped like their first single and it was a hit, right? So sometimes the story does happen like that. So.
I don't know. I just felt like you enjoyed it. I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't feel the vibe.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
I'll give it a 3. Yeah.
What?
I didn't really enjoy it. Serious.
Nah, I'm sorry, but this movie deserves a solid 8. It was that good, okay? But you can totally check it out for yourself and let us know what you think about the movie at Vibe Cafe Show. We'll go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll do our game, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Vibe Cafe. Now it's a showdown. We're going to be playing a game called Riddle. Okay. And I'm super pumped about it. We're going to juggle our brains a bit. You know what? Let's not even waste time and get right into it. First riddle for you is, who can catch me but cannot throw me?
Who can catch ball?
No.
Who can catch me but cannot throw me? Okay, that'll pass. Ooh.
Okay, cold.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, yours is, what does the letter T and the island have in common?
The letter T?
Yes.
And island?
Yes.
Have in common? I? Wait, Yeah.
Oh, no, 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 no. Okay.
T?
No. What does the letter T?
I don't know.
Okay. The answer is they are both in the middle of the water. They are both in the middle of water.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense. Okay. I am clean when I'm black. I am dirty when I'm white. What am I?
I am clean when I'm black. I am dirty when I am white.
Mm-hmm.
I am clean when I am black.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dirty when I'm... I have no idea.
You're not guessing? It's a chalkboard. I know.
Wow, that was actually...
Your brain would never go there.
Okay, what's always on the floor but never gets dirty?
Always on the floor.
Yeah, but
But
never
never
gets
gets
dirty.
dirty. What's always on the floor?
This is so tricky.
The floor?
Yes, no, like what's always on... Forget about... Yeah, what's always on the floor but never gets dirty?
Dirty?
Yeah.
Carpet?
No.
Tiles?
No.
The rug?
No. Shadow. Like...
This is annoying. Okay. What can you hold in your left hand, never in your right?
What can you hold? Your left hand.
Yes, what can you hold in your left hand, never in your right?
Nothing.
No.
What can you hold in your left hand but never in your right? I don't know.
Okay. Your right elbow.
Your right. What can you hold? Damn! Wow, that's tricky. Okay. What tastes better than it smells?
What tastes better than it smells? Tastes better. Fufu.
What?
Tastes better than it smells.
What tastes better than it smells? What?
I just told you.
No, definitely
That's the
not
only thing I
fufu.
can think about. What? The tongue?
Like how?
Wait, what? Now I feel like I'm just being set. Wait, what?
No, this is the setup.
This
It is.
this definitely has to be fufu. What?
You and fufu. What?
I
Okay.
shoot, but I never kill. What am I?
Hot guy.
Hot guy? What is happening? No.
You shoot, but you never kill.
No.
Yeah.
Camera. Duh.
Come.
It's all around
Wow,
you.
that's true. Okay. All right. During which month do people sleep the least?
Which month?
Yeah.
February.
How are you going to win this game? No, that was cool though. Yeah, February, because it has 29 days. Yeah. That was really cool.
Thank you. I'm so happy. Wow, this was so much fun.
That
Even
was
though
so
it was a bit
nice,
annoying,
yeah.
but yeah, I had so much fun playing this game. If you like it, totally check it out with the people you care about and let us know how it goes. This brings us to the end of the show today, but we'll come back next week so we can do this all over again. In the meantime, follow us on all social media platforms at Vibe Cafe Show. Follow me at Larry Nick, and
Follow me at Fab Malin.
until next time, bye.